denyo, what da dang dang. And go denyo, denyo. Oh, what da dang dang. This is the voice of the Patriot. Where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here, we are not neutral because we have taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. Okay. Now the very first story we are looking at today in our daily editorial, dubbed The Voice of the Patriot, is taken from Ghana, wherever. And I read, why President Mahama should not step down after his tenure. And this is Reverend Isaac Owusu Bempah explaining. And I read, now the founder of Glorious Word Power Ministries International, that's Glorious Chapel, Reverend Isaac Owusu Bempah, has added his voice to call for a third-term agenda for President John Dramani Mahama. According to Reverend Owusu Bempah, President Mahama has performed exceedingly well and should not step down after his tenure expires. Now, speaking in an interview on OKFM on January 23, 2026, he stated that he does not believe anyone else can headline the country better than President Mahama. He argued that Mahama should be allowed to continue ruling unless he personally decides to step down. President John Dramani Mahama deserves commendation because things have been going well since he became president. Ghanaians have seen the good things he is doing, such as paying off debts and stabilizing the economy. He must be praised. Yes, we must praise him because he is working. Owusu Bempah said. He further questioned why a good president like Mahama should leave office after 4 years. For me, I don't want him to go because there is no one else who can do better than him. Looking at how he is ruling the country. If he wants to step down, he should appoint someone for us to support, because I don't know who else can help rule the country better. I can see where my own T.I. Ahmadiyya Secondary School classmate Reverend Isaac Owusu Bempah is coming from. He's looking at the spiritual aspect and also going into some physical things. But above all, we have a constitution that we have to hold on to. If Mahama wants to continue ruling, it means that the constitution must be amended, which is not a crime. But we have issues. I believe in leaving or exiting the stage when the applause is loudest. How many people agree? There are some entertainers who come on stage. The initial applause is deafening. They continue playing and the applause increases. Then they overstay their welcome. And then the applause all of a sudden turns into jeers. The jeers all the way into murmurs. And after the murmurs, my brother, my sister, bottles and sticks might chase these entertainers away because they have become boring. My brother, we all must know when to exit when the applause is the loudest. After all, that is what is going to remain in the minds of the people forever. Whatever is last that you imprint in the minds of the people would be lasting. Personally, I think that President Mahama has done so well so far. He has 3 more years to go. He should concentrate on the 3 years, do his very best, and let's see where the nation goes. After that, if the people of Ghana decide that, hey, listen, overwhelmingly, we all want the president to stay, we will see. We will see. We have seen great presidents of the world who had a very hard time coming into power. But once they got into power, their applause was so loud. And when it was time for them to step out, the people still cried and said no. Recently, there was a chief, I think in the BA area, who decided that he will not be chief anymore. Enough is enough, he told himself. And we saw how his subjects were crying because such a great man was going to leave them, and they wondered who next was going to occupy that stool. But he still went ahead and moved out. It happened to Mandela. Do we all remember Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela? Mandela was in prison for so many years, close to 30 years. Right after that, he became president. He ruled for only one term when he was officially entitled to 2. What was his reason? Let me step out so that more energetic people can come on. In fact, we have seen him as a relic from that time till now. The history of Africa will never be complete without Mandela's name in there. My brother, my sister, Mandela decided to exit when the applause was loudest. If the people of Ghana continue to say, hey, Mahama, we love you, stay. Remember, it was the same people who called you incompetent. There's a thin line between love and hate. If you are fortunate to be caught in the web of love, if I were you, I will exit that web and remain in the hearts of the people. Oh yes, the love that they have shown me. It is very difficult for politicians to please people. It is very hard for politicians to please people. So if we have everybody in Ghana saying we love this man, I have never seen this. I wasn't born in the days of Kwame Nkrumah. People were fed up with Rawlings and wanted him out. Atta Mills was a nice president, but he didn't have this kind of love that people are giving to Mahama right now. And that's my opinion. He was a great president. I love him. But the love people are showing Mahama, I don't think that Atta Mills had the same kind of love. Let's think about it deeply. He was Asumdwe. He was a great man. When he was in power, the people loved him, but they were divided. Mahama's tenure of office, even opposition is praising him. Prophets who prophesied that he will never be president and that his hands were soiled with blood. The same prophets today are saying that no, he's a great man, let him stand there. What? It's worth applauding, isn't it? But if I were Mahama again, let's watch the signs. If the people at the end of the day clamor overwhelmingly and say we want you to stay, then it will be your own discretion. If I were you, after 4 years, like you said, you will just move out quietly. Don't let anybody tease you in. A pandemic may hit in your extra time, like COVID and all those things, and it will be very difficult to steer the economy away from the turbulences of the pandemic. They are going to compare your achievements to the last one. They won't care whether there was a pandemic or not. And that may not be too sweet for you. You might be overstaying your welcome. Again, let me just go to the opposition. Why are you so scared of Mahama? Why is the opposition NPP so scared of Mahama, even though he has said that no, he's not coming back? Were you not the same people who said he was incompetent? So the incompetent man has come, and Ghanaians are loving him. And you don't want him to stay on, because as long as he stays on, you guys have no chance. You can combine all your 5 candidates, let them all bring their power together. They will never be able to get 10% what Mahama will get. Is that not a blessing? So what does this teach us? Honesty, integrity, accountability, probity, and above all, patriotism. That's what Mahama is exhibiting right now. Oh yes. A few seconds ago, you called him the incompetent Mahama. Today, you are scared that he will stay on, and you won't stand a chance, because he has done remarkably good. Everybody's praising him. How did he do it? How did he do it? Instead of going to understudy him for your PhDs, you are going on a lying spree. Your party is disintegrating with every second of your carelessness. Huh? Are you so ashamed to go under the feet of Mahama and say, teach us? Are you? Are you so big to go to Mahama and beg for his forgiveness and say, Mr. President, you know what? We are sorry. Politics overclouded our thinking. At the time, we were not thinking. Borrowing the words of the then health minister, who said he wasn't thinking when he took the decision on COVID. Please be wise. Follow who no road, the Nigerians go tell you. Follow the man who knows the road. Don't be too ashamed to go on your knees and ask him for his direction. As for Mahama, congratulations. You are spoiled for choice now. Spoiled for choice. Everybody says Mahama, Mahama, Mahama. Mahama just cut short for 2,000 units of housing. Hey, in just 1 year. This is what Mahama is doing. Fuel prices came down. They are working on buses, government buses, to carry people to and fro. Mahama is paying debt all over the place. Hey, how did he do it? Did Mahama discover a pot of gold? Has Ghana hit gold? I leave it here. Now the next thing I want to look at is also taken from Ghana Web, and this is ridiculously interesting. And I read, minority rejects claims that Ghana's economic gains are government-driven. And I read, now the minority in parliament has rejected claims that the recent gains in Ghana's economy under President John Dramani Mahama are a result of the government's competence. Hey, did you hear that? Can I take it again? Now the minority in parliament has rejected claims that the recent gains in Ghana's economy under President John Dramani Mahama are a result of the government's competence. Addressing the press on Monday, January 26, 2026, minority leader Alexander Kwamina Afenyomakin attributed the economic recovery to external factors, including the International Monetary Fund program, debt relief, and reduced government expenditure. He argued that these factors, not government reforms or economic re-engineering, are responsible for government's economic upturn. We have been told that the economy is doing well. That is not in doubt. But the question is this due to prudent management or because of social intervention programs that have created opportunities for young, ambitious Ghanaians? We hereby submit that the so-called gains are not borne out of the government's competence in managing our economy. Rather, the IMF program, debt relief, rising commodity exports, and reduced expenditure are the major reasons for the upswing in Ghana's economy, not re-engineering the economy. So you see why these people should remain in opposition till Jesus Christ comes. They are very wicked. They are very wicked. And they call this politics. Oh, it's a game. Sometimes I wish I could resurrect Rollins and have him match all these people to the Teshi shooting range and give them a good dinner. My brother, my sister, listen to this man. A grown-ass man. He says, oh yes, they say the economy is doing well. Of course, that is not in doubt. It is actually doing well. But it is not because of the competence of the government. It is because of external forces. And listen to the external factors he's talking about. He says the IMF program. Then we should leave Ken Ofori-Atta there. He took us to the IMF. If the IMF is actually benefiting Ghana, then we don't need to go after Ken Ofori-Atta. He has done us a good service, isn't it? Again, why is it that we are still enslaved in our thinking? Afenyo Markin is a house slave. All those guys who think like him, I'm just trying to move away from the N-word. My brother, my sister, they are all the same. They credit everything good to the white man. Everything the black man does that is good, they never give you any accolade. No credit. Is the white man who did it. When 6 million black people go to war and win the war, they will find a way of not giving credit to the 6 million black people. No, there was a white man somewhere in the middle who gave them water to drink. That was what made them strong to win the war. It's a slavish mentality, and it's a shame. Apart from saying the external factors include the IMF, whatever, and debt relief. What is this debt relief when Mahama is still going around paying debt? What are we talking about? Why do we want to be unpatriotic and so disingenuous and injurious to our nation? What wicked people. If this was in the days of the Bible, Jesus Christ would call them sons of serpents, vipers. Nipa be a cobra. Ampa. External factors. Then he says something else, which is very interesting. He says one of the external factors is the fact that there is a reduced government expenditure. Who reduced it? Is it the IMF? The World Bank? Mahama came in and decided to reduce the size of government. Yes, what we expected was not exactly what he did, but at least he reduced the size of government. True or false? As compared to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who was on a flying spree, exorbitant flying spree, blowing our money into thin air. He brought in his cousin to press our necks, squeeze our necks, asphyxiate us. Jesus. Today we are looking for him. He says the Ghana that he didn't want to leave is now hell. And for that matter, he is not returning. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? So this is another reason the NPP should never return to power again. This is one of the reasons people are asking Mahama to stay on. For the first time, they've had a good Christmas. For the first time, young men and women are making life go round for them. For the first time, many people are praising government, applauding government, and saying, oh, this is where we have reached. Truly? Is it a dream? Do you know how many Africans are running into Ghana now? Do you know? Nigerians have turned Ghana into their backyard. This is where they come to chill, to run away from corruption, run away from Boko Haram, run away from all the wickedness in their country. It's time for African unity now. People around Africa are seeing Ghana as the safest haven. This is where they come to buy houses. This is where they come to chill out in peace. Ghana has all of a sudden become the Switzerland of the world. Better still, Switzerland of Africa. Am I right? This is where everybody's coming to. Ghanaians are now walking in pride, shoulders high, telling themselves, oh my God, what a country. That is why people want Mahama to stay on. As for Afenyo Markin and his micro to the umpteenth time minority, it's a disaster.